the patience, the wish, the creation, and the faith within. Beauty, passion, ambition, love. I am pure guidance. Success, adventure, abundance, luxury, peace. Hi Aquarius, and welcome back to Pure Guidance. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll come back to the bottom two decks towards the end of the reading. One is for affirmations and the other is the message from the universe. So let us begin. We're going to be focusing in on September 2020. And as always, I have already meditated on your energy and pre-shuffled all the decks we're using today. So the first card out here we have is the Eight of Pentacles. And it looks like the highlight of the month is going to be a focus on your career as well as your finances. Eight of Pentacles indicating a significant change making its way to you. Let's continue the reading for further messages. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. How this works is I just let the cards fall into place and then we talk about the different messages that are coming across. So this is the Virgo season. Makes sense that we're trying to kind of solidify almost the aspects of career as well as business here right now. Three of Cups indicating that there is going to be a news to celebrate here for you in terms of your work. So again, it's work or finance related. It's a general reading, so it can really just go either way for you. But Eight of Pentacles does definitely show a scope available here for you. And this could be in the area of apprenticeship, observership, internship, somewhere where you get to basically shadow, right? The Moon card here, signifying the aspect of being able to shadow, gaining shadow experience. It could be from a person who is already where you wish to be. So it's seeking guidance and counseling here that we're seeing in a way. The other aspect of this reading is the Moon card also indicates here for us the zodiac sign of Pisces, and there is a full moon coming up in Pisces actually, so that may be of utmost significance for you. And during this time period, there may be something that may come into light for you. So this is around September 1st and 2nd, depends on where you are in the world, where we have the full moon at 10 degrees of Pisces. So that could be a significant aspect here. Five of Cups in the Death card. So it looks like when it comes to your relationships, they may be getting impacted one way or another because of the change in the series of events that are taking place. The Death card indicating that more than likely, so it's really how you approach the situation, but when Five of Cups falls into place along, being coupled with a Death card like that, it does indicate here for us that if you can overlook the difficult aspects within the relationship, things how they may have not gone the way you wanted them to go, the negative aspects, how things weren't working out, why they weren't listening to you, or you couldn't come together in terms of having a heart-to-heart conversation with the other person, whatever it may be. And you may have been feeling like you're breaking up almost with this other person. Could be a friendship, could be a partnership like romance and so on. That unhappiness can lead you towards feeling disappointed enough so as to lead to a separation, and therefore the Death card. So that is one aspect of it. The other aspect is if you focus on what still exists within the relationship and then build it from there by focusing on the new, which is what the Death card is doing. If you take a look at the illustration here, it's not about the past. The past is now in the past. It's time to turn our perspective, turn our vision, and focus in on what can grow and what can now become. Focusing on, for example, if you are married and you have kids, focusing on the children and what is to come next. To bring the two of you back together. You have something so wonderful between the two of you, so why not focus on the positives and then let the relationship grow and mature into the beauty that it can be, right? So it's really about how you approach it, but there is that aspect here as well for you, Aquarius. We also have here the Queen of Swords and the Three of Pentacles that fell into place together. A constructive criticism and feedback are necessary right now. it looks like this may come from you. Queen of Swords being an air card, so it does represent your energy, but of course if there's another air sign involved here, could be a Gemini or Libra, then just being open to whatever is incoming in terms of advice, as long as it's constructive, it can really help heal something that may require some restoration at this point in time. Okay. Four of Cups and the Lover's card here as well. The Four of Cups indicating that there is something happening in the background that perhaps you can't see right now, and that's okay. It's okay, because the Lovers indicates the coming together. It indicates bonding, so specifically if this has to do with a relationship that may have drifted apart, what we're seeing here is the coming together of the two. The Lover's card indicates a twin flame, a soulmate energy that is here and that is present. It also indicates a decision that needs to be made at the same time. It's interesting. The Lovers has, you know, it's a card of chemistry and romance, and there's just a lot of reflection being an aspect of this card. But with the Four of Cups being present here as well, it really is enhancing that aspect of the card, which is about giving things time, you know, and allowing for the union to come into perfection on its own, the harmony to kind of come on its own, okay? So Four of Cups is a card of retraction in a way, and that allows for something else to then take that space that you have now created for the new, okay? It's like creating space to plant a seed, and then you plant the seed and then allow it to bloom, right? Giving it space to become what it's meant to be. Everything has its own timing, right? Things take their own time. Each flower takes its own time. It has its own season, or it has its own time to bloom. Okay, so having said that, couple other things that are coming across in the reading. The Moon card indicates Pisces, as I mentioned earlier, but if you are dealing with a Pisces or another or another water sign such as Scorpio, which is the Death card, and or could be a Cancer, then there is some distance within the relationship with the water sign, if that is the case here for you. Of course, there are ways to mend the relationship, as mentioned earlier as well, by focusing on how things can come together. And if you do, then they will come together, right? It's all about the focus and the energy that you're putting into something. The other thing I'd like to mention is the Lover's card is also a card for Gemini. Okay, so if you're dealing with a Gemini or another air sign such as yourself or Libra, then they're also coming across here in the reading for you. It looks like they may have something to say, so this is a good time to be on the listening end as well. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom of the deck. We have here the Six of Swords followed by, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles. And I want to clarify this further as well. So this is under the deck, which means that resolution is on its way in its own shape and form, you can say. It will need your attention. And the Wheel of Fortune here as well, but it's turned, which came in with the King of Swords for clarification. So the Wheel of Fortune, when it shows up in this fashion where it's reversed, excuse me, it indicates that this may be a situation where you don't have a lot of control over, and perhaps you just need to kind of sit back and think things through in order to help bring relief to the situation and to allow for the problem solving to happen. It looks like there are other faces involved here, so the Knight, the Page, right? So it just indicates there is other energy and things will work themselves out, but it's not something that you have much control over. You just have to be patient. The change is coming, it is happening, and it will take its own sweet time. So for now, something to kind of focus in on and, you know, allow to happen, as well as if there's anything that you can do about it, is to speak your heart, right? Is allow the building of and the coming together of. And this is a month that is focusing in, it looks as though, on relationships, and finances and career are working themselves out on their own. But when it comes to building everlasting relationships, then this is the time to, you know, allow that energy to kind of take over here for you. All right, Aquarius, let's sum up the reading by using the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. This is a really good time to build a bond, to heal a bond, to mend a bond, okay? Stuck in the mud. All right. Well, we kind of saw that a little bit earlier as well, didn't we? We saw that there is a sticky situation that's kind of taking place in the background, but there is a way out. And that is what we want to focus on, Aquarius. So, stuck in the mud, what do you notice? What do you see in the illustration? Let's take a look at the cards. The card here, we see an elephant, but we also see a bird in the background. And what I want to kind of highlight here is the moon, okay? And the moon connects us back right to the moon card that showed up earlier, and I feel like it's all about following your instincts and allowing yourself to tap into the emotional aspect of the entire situation, okay? It's a Pisces full moon, September 1st and 2nd, depending on the time zone where you're at. But during this time period, you know, Pisces being a polar opposite of Virgo, it's a time where things are very stable and steady, and things are the situation or the energies that are surrounding us, the cosmos, are asking for us to ground ourselves. All right. But at the same time, in order for that grounding to take place, it looks like you need to tap into your emotions and your intuition to allow for yourself to get out of this place where you're stuck in the mud, if that is how you feel. So you're being invited to stop and savor the wonder of your life. Becoming stuck is sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you. You know, perhaps looking at the fact that, you know, which faces are around you when you're going through your lows, when you're going through your most difficult times. That also shows you who your truest friends are, doesn't it? It's not only about them celebrating a good time with you, but it's also when they have your back during your hardest times. So, this is a sign that you need to shift your focus away from what you're doing and place your attention elsewhere. Struggling will only get you to even muddier places. Now is not the time to move forward, but to observe. Clarity about your circumstances will come a little later. Stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking. Soon you'll be out of the mud, but for now, be still and know that Spirit has a plan for you. Okay, so you may feel as though you need to do something, but right now is the time to heal and mend what is around you and what needs your attention, and it will come to you. Things that require your attention will show up, and it's just a matter of listening to your higher self and looking for a solution, which will come, right? It's there, it's under the deck, but it's there. Okay, and we have here the Love card. The Love card to complement, I feel like, the Lover's card right here. I think it's about bonding, it's about relationships. There is a theme, a centralized theme to your reading here. It says on the bottom of the Love card that listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There are 1 million reasons to love. And the affirmations that go along with this card. Today, I will love. Before I talk, I will listen. Before I criticize, I will forgive. Before I judge, I will think. I remember that after all of this is over, the only thing that will really count is how we treated each other and how much we have loved. So it's a good time to come together with your loved ones, perhaps with your significant other. Could be, your partner, your best friend. It could also be a brother or sister, so it could be a sibling or a parent, grandparent. But it's definitely a month of building upon the relationships, upon existing relationships, of course, and ones that are just coming to be in the now. And giving them time, giving them enough time and space is all that you need to allow for it to have, that solid foundation, so that no matter what happens in the future, nothing can shake or break the two of you. Right? All right, Aquarius, so there we have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want more clarity or require a more in-depth reading, you can always check out my website at www.iampureguidance.com. I offer plenty of different services over there. And also, I also offer customized affirmations. So if you want something further to build upon, what we offered in this reading for the month of September, you can always get in touch with me. Just email me at pureguidancetarot@gmail.com and let me know that you're interested. I'll be happy to send you a sample if you're interested, and or as well as the information for pricing and all that, because that's not on the website yet. All right, thank you so much. I will see you in the next video, or perhaps in your personal reading. Until then, take care. Beauty, passion, ambition, love. I am pure guidance.